Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here, welcome back to the railway, and it is Friday night again, which means it is time for Sam's Trains Live. Welcome everybody, I will jump in the chat in just a second, so get your shout outs in there if you want me to do some. I've got quite the episode for you today. I'm going to be doing an unboxing. There's a massive box, I think it will be the biggest unboxing I've ever done on Sam's Trains Live, so that's pretty exciting. I'm doing a bonus giveaway, which is also very exciting. We've got Train Time Disaster Edition coming back with another excellent disaster, so I hope you enjoy that. Let's see, running live trains, I'm going to be taking your requests, so keep those coming, thank you so much, and I'm going to be showing some of your artwork as well. So let's check in, how is everybody doing? Lovely to see you all tonight. I've had a good chat with people before the stream started, so thank you for that. Mega Train Lover, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi Sam, please run the J50 with a short mixed freight and a brake van. That is lovely. The J50 has not been run live for a long while, so that's a good one. Mayo Hosco, thank you so much. Green Mallard, pulling a mixed goods of 4 Southern coaches, ambulance coaches, Southern luggage van and 6 prime pork vans. Please buy Santa Fe coaches. Alright Mayo, I got you. Thank you so much for the request. Shiny Time 4, may I see a double header of any 2 diesels? Ooh, diesel double header, that's cool. And your choice of hauling a rack of 10 trucks and a brake van. Okay, so I get to choose the trucks and stuff. Alright, no problem. Lewis Train Spotting, hello to you. I hope you're doing well. Adam Rushton and Jonathan Barnes, hello to you. XRCon42, thank you so much. Could you run your 2 tender schools class with every Southern livery coach you own? That's a good suggestion. Thank you very much, XRCon. And Harrison McLoch says, hello, this is my first live stream. Well, welcome. I'm glad you've made it. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for coming. Can you run a Blue Flying Scotsman pulling Mark III, says Alex Transport Videos. That's a lovely idea. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. How are we doing, Sam? Says Rocket Man. Pretty good, thank you, Rocket Man. I hope you are as well. It's a very stormy day over here in England. Just before the sun went down, it was all very yellow and weird. So, yeah, expecting a big storm on the way pretty soon. So, wish us luck. Let's see. NWR, Jasper and Willow Wolf, thank you so much. Can you do a D16 with some coaches, please? Cheers, Laura. No problem at all. We can totally do that for you. I don't know who we is, but I can certainly do that for you. Yes, no problem. Okay, well, don't forget, I am doing a giveaway over the whole series. This is just to say a massive thank you to all of the wonderful Sam's Trains Live supporters. I'm giving away custom Sam's Trains models at the end of the series to 3 lucky viewers. First one, second prize, or third prize is the 2-plank wagon as designed and painted live on the channel. It's the very one. Completely unique, only one of them exists. Second place is the Sam's Trains 2021 Christmas wagon, which is going on sale to members next month, so that's pretty cool. This one's going out to a lucky viewer though. And then first place is 2 sets of Uncle Fredrikson's amazing balancing coaches. You've got the original prototype set in the sort of blue, which is unique. And then, of course, for the proper prize, you've got the latest set that I made, which is hand-painted into the famous Great Western colours, complete with transfers and stuff. So thank you again for all of the support, and check out the description for more information on how to get entered. And my goodness, thank you so much for all of the requests and super chats already today. It's pretty crazy. We have Lex G, who says, hi Sam, could you run an Intercity 125? So excited for today's stream. Happy Friday. Thank you so much, Lex. And I'm pretty excited as well. Chuffing Awful says, hi Sam, I've bodged a single axle low. Yes, I saw this. Balancing coaches video on channel. Also choose a request, a random person of your choice. That is lovely, Chuffing Awful. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that. He took, I think it was an 040 chassis, which is front weighted, and it's actually hobbling along on a single axle. It's quite something. And then Kelly Ashford Trains, Tornado will take Scotty's place in my collection. Wow, Kelly, that's a very bold move. Well, thank you for the super chat anyway. Okay, so don't forget, if you want a request to run in this episode or on Sam's Trains Live, £5 or the equivalent in the little super chat $ thing at the bottom of the chat, and I will run whatever loco and rolling stock you want, and you can have your 5 minutes of fame. And don't forget, if there's any birthdays or something in the house over the next week or the previous week, you can super chat for any amount and I will play the horrible birthday song. Now, there is a bonus giveaway going on today. because inside this Oxford Rail mystery box, which I'm going to be opening later on the stream, there are lots, apparently, I don't know what at the moment, but lots of road vehicles, right? Now, I don't collect road vehicles, so whatever is in that box that is a road vehicle is going to be given away today to the person who sends in the best request. Now, how is that for a challenge for you? So, at the end of this episode, I'm going to be judging the best request that comes in today, and I might need your help to judge it, so do keep an eye on the requests coming through and help me decide. And the very best one, I'll pick a few in case the best one doesn't want them or something, but the best 3 I'm going to pick, and whoever claims it first, or in the right order, whatever, is going to be winning the road vehicles from the mystery box. So hopefully there's absolutely loads, and hopefully it will be a massive bundle for you. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you so much anyway for all of the requests. I'm sorry if I haven't read all of them, but I will certainly read them later, and they will definitely all get done. As always, if a request doesn't get done, if I don't have time to do it live on this stream, it will be done next week on next week's stream, so don't worry about that. Speaking of requests, before we get to the mystery box, here we go for the first ones of today. We have Beaglington on C, whose name got auto-corrected in the chat a little while ago to Eagling Tom on C. Love it. Anyway, they wanted to see Backman Henry with my 3D printed bogey coaches, and he also wanted me to say to check out his channel, so do that. Then Mayo Hosco on the middle line wanted to see Mallard doing the sacrilegious thing of hauling rolling stock, wagons, freight, 10 ocean wagons, 5 egg vans, Bullman and an LNER brake. Bullman and the egg vans do not like each other, and that's going to derail, so keep your eye on that one. Then XRCun42 asked for the largest tank engine with suitable rolling stock, so I think that is the 72XX, probably the largest, with the Great Western coaches. So let's get these going, and let's see if I'm right about the derailings. Now, as for the largest tank engine request, we've got one left over from last week, which was asked, I think it was asked for the largest engine, but I misremembered, and I ran the largest tank engine instead, so you'll see that later on the requests VT. So apologies in advance for that, but it is a pretty large loco, you can't deny. Right, I'm going to follow this derailment express for the first lap. Keep an eye on that Bullman, and then we'll take a look at some of the others. Co-Captain Blues Gaming, thank you so much. Hi Sam, could I please see the LNER B12 with some LNER teak coaches? Blue King class with 6 to 8 Pullman coaches, and the Backman Henry with a mixed freight train. Wow. Well, I mean, that is a big... Oh, there's the derailment, by the way. That is a big request, and I will definitely split it up for you. And do 3 requests. No problem. Thank you so much. 24 miles. Hi to you too. I guess I should go and do something about this, shouldn't I? Oh, dearie me. Ah, and Henry's crashed into it. Stop, Henry. You're not going to get through there. Let me just reset this camera so that you can actually see what's happened there. That was not a pleasant accident at all. Here we go. Let's see. Co-Captain Blues Gaming, does anyone else think the Blue King class with Pullman coaches is the best thing ever? I think it's pretty much up there, isn't it? Thank you very much. Is that a request, Co-Captain Blues Gaming? I think it might be. Yeah, awesome. I agree. It's beautiful. Well, I'm sorry that you fell foul of that, Henry. It certainly wasn't your fault for a change, so we'll let you off without a scolding from the large controller. Although you've had a pretty nasty derailment there, I have to say. Right. Can't quite reach those now. I've pushed them too far out of the way. How do I fix it? The 72XX train is on a completely different area, so that's not in any danger of crashing into any of the debris. Right, there we go. Goodness sake. What a good start, eh? What a good start. Right, well, I'm not running that one round again, because it's just going to derail again. That's very strange, that, yeah. Something about, I don't know if it's Bullman's wheels or Bullman's couplings, but there's something very wrong with them. Right. There goes Henry again. Oh, just missed the largest tank engine there. Kai Binge, thank you so much. Could you run the Peckett with 5 wagons of your choice? Oh, I think that might be a contender. Yeah. Yeah, I'm serious. Best request of the day. the best requester of the day rather, is getting a bunch of Oxford Rail road vehicles. After this round of requests, we're going to find out what those are. So I'm pretty excited myself. I have not peeked into the mystery box, so I have no idea what it's going to contain. Hopefully it'll be some good stuff. But we'll get onto that in just a second. Very exciting stuff. Alright, let's wait for that 72. Where are you? It's going at quite a gentle pace, but it should come into shot any second. There it is. AZ Rail, thank you so much. Evening everyone, hope you enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much, AZ Rail. I hope you enjoy it too. Right. There we go, 72. You see, slow and steady really does win the race, doesn't it? Aussie Loco, thank you very, very much. I appreciate the support. I mean, seriously, all of this support, it goes such a long way to keeping this channel alive. I really couldn't do it without you. I know I sound like a broken record, but yeah, all of your support means that this channel does not die. And, you know, I kind of care about this channel, so the fact that you guys make it possible is amazing. So thank you very, very much. Right, let's talk about the mystery box then, shall we? Let's get to it. Let's bring it back into shot. Now, what shall I say first? Right, well, first of all, let me show you the image. So this is the image that Oxford were using. So you can see the price there, £149.99, and the total value, it says worth, over £225. Realistically, I think that means the RRP. That's probably not what it's actually worth, but I don't know, that's still quite a long way under the RRP, isn't it? And you've got the D16 loco. They guarantee that the D16 is in there. But as for what else is in there, I don't know. But there are a couple of LNER wagons in the picture, and a couple of well, more than a couple, a whole bunch of road vehicles. Let's take a look at the super chats. Thank you so much. We've got Jonathan Barnes, who wants to see 2 blue A4s, and LMS blue coronation coaches in an HST rake. Wow. Now that is a request. Thank you, Jonathan. I think that might be a contender for the road vehicles, definitely. Aussie Loco, could you please run the Midland 1P and the LMS compound with matching coaches? Ooh. Midland 1P and the LMS compound. Okay, that sounds really good. Thank you, Aussie Loco, appreciate that. And Tom Rain, thank you so much for your contribution as well. Right, mystery box. Now, I took a look at some of the reviews for this, and here's an interesting one. Now, this was a positive review, but they did say that they only got one piece of rolling stock, a cattle wagon, with their bundle, which is, I'm hoping that's not going to be the case with this, because obviously, well, they say in their post here that it was suggested that there would be more than one wagon, and you can see in the picture there that there are 2 on display. And in fact, in the listing, the phrase, well, it's worded, it says wagons and not wagon. So I'm hoping they're not just fobbing off their road vehicles on you and just sticking one wagon in there. Hopefully that's not the case. Now, I have had this box open. I had to open it to make sure the invoice wasn't visible, because obviously I don't want people nicking my identity if it comes up on a live stream. And it was also full of sort of shredded cardboard that is very messy and dusty. So I sort of like looked away and took all that cardboard mess out so that I didn't actually see what's inside. So this will be my first look at what's inside the mystery box. It says Bundle 01. Probably can't see it, and let's have a look. There is this stuff covering it, so I haven't actually seen. Right, oh, it's covered in that dust. Let's get that out of the way, and let me see if I can get the camera to look down on all that I am surveying. Now, oh, hello. It does look like it's just one wagon, folks. There we go. Yeah, it looks like to me it's just one wagon, so that kind of sucks. It's not that misleading, it's a mystery box, but yeah, really, if you say wagons, I would hope to get more than one. If they use the plural, I would expect more than one. Let's take a look and see what wagon I've got. Let's get all the gross dust off it. Oh, it's filthy. All right, so it really is the most box standard wagon you can get. So it's an LNER open wagon. It's very nice, don't get me wrong. It does appear to be weathered. Let's see if we can get a closer look at that. Focus. 143946 LNER open wagon. So value of that 10 quid. Yeah, I think that's the going rate, maybe a little more with the weathering, but yeah, so far so good. 2 or 3 of these and I would be sold, but yeah, no complaints, just the one wagon, fair enough. Tom Rain, thank you so much. Oh, you want to see John Bull Lafayette rocket on an express. Not all of those work. Lafayette is out of order, and rocket cannot be coupled to anything else because it uses its own coupling. But yeah, we can have a look. If you want to send the fiver, I will find a way to do something. Okay, let's take a look at the loco. Oh God, why do you use this shredded cardboard? It's horrifying. Okay, so this is the Loco D16. Now this, of course, is what makes this particular bundle worth the money. The RRP for this Loco on its own is £155 from Hornby. Now it's not necessarily worth that. I would say this is worth £100 to £120, but either way, that is the bulk of the value of the bundle, isn't it? So add that to this, we're talking probably worth it to me value so far, about 130 quid, let's say, 120, 130, something like that. So that means we've got to make up around 20 quid in the value of the road vehicles. So let's find out what road vehicles we got, and let's find out what's being given away. Now, there is this. This has no window in it. I have no idea what it is, so we'll leave that until last and we'll open it and see. As for this stuff, I'm not going to open it because I don't want to spoil it. Ah, now these are really nice. These are nice. So we've got this. I think I've made a mistake in giving these away today to the best requester. I'm going to want to keep these, but I'm not. I'm definitely going to give them away. So it's an LNER insulated road rail tank. Absolutely beautiful thing. And it is LNER themed, which is great. Now that is awesome. I have incidentally no idea what the value of these would be, but that's got to be a fiver at the very least, maybe even 10. But that is beautiful. I really like that. That is cool. Now, are they all different? Yeah, I think we might have a couple of duplicates, but nothing too serious. And here we have yet another. Oh, these are really cool. This is going to make me want to start collecting these. This is yet another LNER vehicle, so I wasn't sure if they would actually be LNER themed, but they do seem to be. So this is a parcels van for deliveries and stuff. It's got toothpaste on the side of it, really nicely made. Look at that. Oh, thank you very much, the Ugly Duckman, I appreciate it. Yeah, that is nice. So that is two road vehicles. Third road vehicle is, ooh, it looks a bit railway-esque. It's got some sort of crest on it. I don't immediately recognise it, but it looks familiar. Look at that. 1 to 76. What is this? That's what it's got on the back. Does it say what it is? Anyway, it's a nice car. That's what it is. Wow. They are nicely made, I must say. Very, very nicely made. And then we've got this. Get all the nonsense off it. You see, I didn't want to say anything naughty there, so I said nonsense, even though it didn't make any sense. Alright, a flatbed truck, look at that. It doesn't have anything LNER on it, but it's definitely the right period, isn't it? Definitely. There you go, look at that. Oh, it does have LNER on top of the cab there. So that's nice. I mean, these have got to be a five, even if we assume they're a fiver each, that's £20 on that already, which means we've made up the value of the set. So I now consider this a good value bundle, and there are others, by the way. There are other Locos you can choose if you don't want the D16. Now I thought this was a duplicate, but it isn't. This is not the same flatbed truck as the one we had before. But yeah, this is really nice. I love these trucks. I think they're die-cast, if you're not familiar with Oxford die-cast, and quite nicely made, as you can see. Wow. So how many is that? Is that the fifth one? We have number 6. Which looks like, I was going to say a taxi. It looks like a taxi, but I don't think it is. But yeah, let's have a close look. Approximate value, anybody, of these things? Look at that, it's nicely put together, nicely painted. You can see it's got a bit of an interior to it. Oh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. William Town says, saw my request. Yes, I did see it, William. Thank you so much. It will be done. All right, so that's 6. And then, finally, what is this? Now, it's not in the same packaging as the rest. I think it might be for, I think it's for those trucks, those flatbed wagons. It's like a container for them. Oh man, That is absolutely beautiful. Look at the print work on it. Wow. Oh, I'm impressed. I do not want to give these away anymore. Oh, it's going to hurt to give these away. There's the other one. Are they the same? Yeah, I think they're the same. So you've even got a container to go behind them. Okay, right, so a couple more, a wagon or two extra would have really, really pushed this one over the edge for me. That would have made it, really. As it is, overall, good value. If you like these vehicles, and look, I'm not a fan of this kind of thing, but just looking at them, they've gotten me excited. So I think, even if you're not a fan of the vehicles, it's worth it for the loco. I mean, if you think, again, 150 quid, that's about what the loco goes for. You get a wagon with it as well, and you can populate your layout with, what, 6 or 7 vehicles? Some of them really substantial vehicles. So yeah, 150 quid. It's not an absolute bargain, like crazy bargain or anything, but it's well worth the money, I would definitely say. And this I'm saving until the next series of Sam's Trains Live, and I think I will give it away. But just so you can see what's in there, D16, really nice loco with a die-cast body and everything. Yes, a good quality loco. So even for that, you know, 150 quid, it's not terrible. With all the extras, much better. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun, and yeah, now you've seen the road vehicles. So the best requests that get submitted today, I'm going to be choosing you to win those vehicles. I'm going to be sending them to you. So yeah, be sure to stick around, watch the chat, get ready to email me at the end if I choose you. Right, so that was cool. What did everybody think? Let's take a look at the chat. Everybody liked the mystery box? That was really fun, actually, and I have bought some more Oxford mystery boxes, not the railway ones, but I have got some more to unbox on a future date, so that is definitely something to do. Ah, that was fun. You know, there's something fun about mystery boxes, isn't there? I didn't want to buy one of the Hornby ones because they were too expensive and you didn't know what you were getting. Because Oxford told you that there was a loco in there and they told you roughly what rolling stock you'd be getting, but mainly the loco, yeah, I think this one was definitely much more worth it. And of course the price, 150 quid, that's not such an outstanding amount of money, is it? It's not going to break you like the 500 quid mystery box that Hornby was offering or whatever. Oh, Josh's model trains in HO00 scale says, am I lucky that I got 2 wagons in my mystery box? Maybe. I wonder, did you buy the D16 one or perhaps one of the other ones? Because some of the other locos, like the J15, that's a cheaper loco. The Q6, don't think that's a cheaper loco on RRP, but in terms of the quality, it is a cheaper loco. It's plastic, not die-cast. So I wonder if you bought one of the J15 one or the Q6, I wonder if you'd get more wagons. But to be honest, for what you get, that was all right, wasn't it? That was pretty good. And my iPad is covered in that horrible dust. Anyway, yeah, that was awesome. Well done, Oxford Rail. You got my money, and I couldn't resist it, so that was pretty nice. Anyway, oh goodness, that was a strange noise, wasn't it? What can that have been? It sounded almost a little bit like a clock. I wonder what time it could be.
Train time. Train time. Train time.
It's train time! Disaster edition!
Hello and welcome to Train Time. I'm your host, Both Arms Brendan. Today I'm coming at you with another disaster edition, this time covering the collapse of the Tay Bridge. Now, construction of the first Tay Bridge began back in 1871. It was a massive bridge. I think it incorporated a bend in it as well, so it was a complicated bridge. It was over 3 kilometers long, and it was also built using low-cost lattice designs by Thomas Bausch, so it's sounding pretty darn good, isn't it? The bridge opened in the September of 1877 after passing 3 days of inspection in good weather. That was a good idea too. On the night of the 28th of December 1879, a great storm hit the area with winds in the region of 70 miles per hour, for which the bridge was not designed to withstand. And the wind was perpendicular to the bridge, by the way, that's an extra fun fact. At 7:15, a 440 hauling a passenger train began to cross the bridge. Now, an observer in the signalman's cabin saw the train as it drove along onto the bridge, when suddenly there was a flash and then all of the lights from the train disappeared. No more lamps, no more light from the fire, no more sparks, nothing. It just disappeared. And then, of course, the train failed to turn up at the other end of the bridge, and a small investigation began when the train and most of the bridge were found in the river. Now, some 75 people were supposedly on board and all of them lost their lives. So it is the most terrible of the disasters I've looked at so far, so I'm not making light of that fact. There are lots of theories out there, lots of explanations about why the bridge failed, but the fact is they didn't collect an awful lot of data about the failure after the fact, so nobody's entirely sure. Many of them pointed to the bridge's designer though, Thomas Bouch, as the one to be blamed, and in fact he died shortly later with his reputation in tatters and all of his designs being questioned. Now, it is said that Thomas Bouch did not take wind loading into account when designing the bridge, despite having taken advice on the matter. Also, poor bridge maintenance was suggested to be the cause, trains running too fast causing vibrations, a train derailment, that is one theory, lack of proper inspection, apparently they were inspected never. Defects in the castings, apparently one of the cast iron girders was dropped at some point and straightened out and then reinstalled without any thought. Other design faults were also blamed for the failure with various different bodies. Now, incredibly, the locomotive, the 440 I talked about, an NBR1, it was salvaged and repaired, and it was nicknamed the Diver, and many engineers were scared about driving it over the new bridge, which is understandable. So this has been quite a harrowing story, so to lighten the tone, I've decided to give you my top 5 places never to put your left arm. Number 1, between the spokes of an angry man's bicycle, never do it. Number 2, into an operating combine harvester, even if your small bag of white chocolate fish has fallen inside. Number 3, on any sort of racetrack, particularly a horse race course during a race. Number 4, into the path of a steam-powered blacksmith's hammer. It's a terrible idea, never do it. And number 5, this is how my little accident took place, into the compressor of a large church organ. The music might be nice, but the compressor isn't. I have been your host, Both Arms Brendan Both Arms. Thank you for watching Train Time Disaster Edition. We will see you soon. Goodbye.
Playtime. Playtime. Playtime.
It's train time.
Playtime. Playtime. Playtime.
It's train time!
Like, I'd completely forgotten about that last part, and I just caught sight of it on the screen there, and it threw me a bit. Anyway, thank you, Brendan, or whatever your name was. He's going for an operation soon to have his arm either sewn back on or regrown, so wish him luck, please. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed that. There we go, that's the end of that. Bye Train Time, says my railway channel. Yes, you might say good riddance, but I'm not going to say that. Anyway, right, Sam has his own big boy, says Starkiller100. I'm not going to take that the wrong way, and I will therefore say no, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. And yeah, we've got quite a few Train Time comments down there. And Ben is wishing Brendan good luck. Well, good luck, he will certainly need it. Right, let's do some more requests then. This is what I was doing while Brendan was here. Oh, I have to apologise, folks. I don't know what comes over some of these presenters in Train Time. I really don't. Anyway, we have Vlad Kopetti's request on the middle line to see the Adams O2 with 2 Mansell coaches, so we've got that. Then we have a 2020 Vision who just said, I want to see the Flying Hamburger, and he left it up to me as to what I would run. So I've gone with the Flying Scotsman, that's the flying part, And then for the hamburger, I've got a bit of a barbecue train. So I've got my wagon here, which I made so I can put whatever I want in it. That's got the hamburger meat, beefeater chips, that's for the chips or fries, hot cocoa, that's for the drink, bread for the buns, obviously, and prime pork because I like to have sausage with my burgers. And please, nobody take that one out of context. I know it's ridiculous to even say it, but it happens. So don't. And saying don't is actually the worst possible thing I could have done, isn't it? But I said it and it's live, so it's too late. Anyway, Scotsman, off you go. Newport, off you go. And then we have George Botterini, who wanted to see the C1 Atlantic with some appropriate coaches. Now, it's going to take some persuading for me not to pick this as the best request of the day. I think I will let you guys have an input as well. But yeah, I sure do love an Atlantic. And I think something might have gone wrong with it, yes. So what's happened there then? Have I not put it on properly? Well, it's not on properly. Is the tender not coupled right? Yeah, no, I think it is. It's the rear pony that can be a problem with those. If you're not careful, you can put it on wrong. And I think that must be what's happened. There we go. There's my flying hamburger train, which was a lovely idea. I like that one. There's Henry again. Well, we can go back to that freeze frame of Henry now, which is pretty cool. Anytime I want. Where are we? There we go. That's what I was looking for. The little O2. And the C1 seems to be okay. We need to keep an eye on it over its second lap just to make sure nothing else goes horribly wrong with it. Hopefully it won't. Alright, let's see. Please cross your fingers, folks. I don't like seeing that C1 derail. Something very unhealthy about that. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I think we got away with it. Yeah, there we go. It's alright. Good. Cool beans. I'm happy with that. Aidan Joyce wants to see Gordon out again. Yeah, sure, we can have a bit of Gordon. I don't mind that. With the express coaches, that'd be nice. Vegilius08 says, do you like Herbie the Love Bug? Yes, I used to watch that when I was younger, and it was a lot of fun. It was that, what's that guy, Tomlinson, who's in one of them. He played the father, Mr. Banks, in Mary Poppins, that guy. For some reason I find him really funny. I just love his sense of humour. So he makes Herbie, for me, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, what's his name? Tomlinson. David Tomlinson, I think. Yeah, it's funny. You should check it out. He's good in every film he's in. Mary Poppins, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I don't know. It just makes me laugh. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. Yeah, funny guy. Let's see if we can free Henry from his permanent frozen state. Come on. Hey, there we go. We got Newport. Awesome. Righty tighty. There we go. That took a while to come round, didn't it? Oh, that's probably why. It's struggling. Yeah, it's a terrible thing, that. It looks nice, though, so we forgive it, sort of. Although, I guess I'd rather have my 120 quid back, but I did not return it, so that tells you what you need to know about that. Well, that was a pretty fun first half, folks, and there is still lots more still to come, but I'm going to go for a little short break while I set up the next round of requests. So go get yourself some refreshments, pop your tea on if you want to, and I'll be back later on. I'll announce who is going home, sort of, with the road vehicles, maybe in one of them. I don't know, if you're that small, maybe that will work. Lots more trains to run. I've got some artwork that you guys sent in to show, so stick around. I will see you very, very shortly. Thanks for watching. Be right back in a jiffy. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, tired. Okay, they're done though. They're done. The requests are done. Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back. I need to get some composure now. Anyway, yep, today's giveaway, the best request that comes in is going to get all of these road vehicles that I looked at earlier on. Just a few minutes left to go on that, so keep the requests coming. Thank you so much for all of the awesome requests that have come in already, by the way. Some really cool stuff. Cannot wait to get those going. Those are going to be done during the rest of today's stream and next week's stream. So if you don't see yours today, don't worry, it'll be done next week, no problem. Anyway, let's do a few shout outs while I get my breath back, shall we? I really need to sort of, I don't know, go for a jog or something once in a while, because setting up trains, I'm not sure that's really a good excuse for being out of breath. I think that's a bit feeble, you might say. And embarrassing, and lots of other words as well. Kelly Ashford trains. Alex, think everyone is going out of their minds when Sam has a break. Oh, really? You see, I'm always just dashing around during the break, so I never get to see the unrest in the chat. Thomas Fan 100, or Max, says hello again. Hello to you. I hope you're doing well. Jaxus trains. Yes, you can get a shout out. There you are. John Green, can't wait to see who wins. I hope you guys have been keeping a closer eye on the requests, actually. Get some ideas if you can remember any requests that have come through. I'm going to want your help when the time comes to decide. I've got the list, I'll have a look myself, but we need to decide together who deserves it. Shout out to Jane, says Cult of Hoodies. Now that's a cult a lot of people would join. I like hoodies. Lewis Cartwright, there's your shout out to you. Jacob Loynton, no, I've never been to the Severn Valley, but I would love to. There's a lot on my railway bucket list that I'd love to try. The Bluebell is one of them, but that's quite out of my way. But one day, certainly. Adam Rushton wants to see me review the Hornby Rebuilt Battle of Britain class. That's right, yes, I haven't done that, have I? Yes, all right, I'll look into it, definitely. I think my request was the best, says Taggart 00. That doesn't count. You can't choose your own. Or you can, but I'll ignore it. But yeah, yours was pretty good. It's coming up next, actually, Taggart 00, so I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, let's do some of that, shall we? Let's get some more trains running. I guess Taggart 00 does get some points for choosing my custom loco. Yeah, I that is noticed. Tag Art 00, that is noticed. So Tag Art 00 wanted to see the J-Class with some egg vans. Now that I don't appreciate, so I think you lose your brownie points on that, because they could cause my lovely loco to derail. Plus the grey LMS brake, which I think is a nice idea. So yeah, nervous about that. I don't want to get a scratch on my Manning Wardle, and I might do doing this. Then William Town wanted to see the cheap and nasty flyer, leaving it up to me what I choose. So I went for the BT Well Tank because that really is cheap and nasty. I'm not a fan at all of that loco. Very expensive, so not that cheap, but certainly cheaply made. And then these wagons, you might be surprised to see them. I've kept quiet about my dislike for these for many years, but I'm finally coming out the closet about it. Yeah, they're I'm not a big fan of this type of Hornby wagon generally, but these green ones with the SC on the side seem to be really troublesome. They wobble, they've got cheap plastic wheels which aren't the best. I don't know if it's the wheels or the couplings, but they seem to derail a lot. We'll see whether they do or not today. But yeah, really not a fan of those, and you might even never have seen them before on the channel, which tells you how little a fan I am of them, because I just don't run them because they're a nuisance. So we'll see how that one unfolds. And then we have Terence Priestley, who wanted to see the J83 with some teaks, which is a beautifully simple request. And I have to say, the simple requests are not out of the running today, because I happen to really like them. So we'll see how, well, we'll have to look properly at the list of requests from today and make an informed choice. That's a point, is the BT even going to be able to manage those open wagons? The J83, the £20 Triang 60-year-old J83, running much more powerfully, which is good to see. Not a surprise. Is this frozen again? Oh, we've just got that Munsell coach disappearing. Yeah, I'll have to look into why that one freezes a lot. I think it's since I swapped it for the GoPro on the other feed. This one. I don't know if it's just one thing too much. Maybe it was. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Cool, look at that J83 go. It's a crazy beast. There we go. That's the little Manning. Oh, it's the egg vans. Do you think the egg vans might be cured? I've been saying this every week, hoping to tempt fate. But they don't seem to be derailing there anymore. The BT, on the other hand, is just wheel slipping. This isn't even Gordon's Hill, but of course it weighs so little. It's an even worse puller than my Manning Wardle, I reckon. Don't think it's going to go, is it? Oh, yeah, it's just about going. Let's give it one last push, see if we can pick up some speed with it. Ah, wasn't that utter pants? William Town says passenger stock. Did you? Oh, passenger stock. Okay. Oh, that I'll have to add something on, but I'll warn you, it ain't gonna like it. I've got an idea. XR Con 42, could you run the Coronation Scott service? Blue streamlined Coronation Scott with blue Scott coaches. Absolutely, XR Con. Now that is an idea I like. Yes, absolutely. Right, I'm going to add something then. Cheap and nasty, says William, and I'm obviously missed the fact that he wanted passenger stock. So I'm going to add some passenger stock that I think is cheap and nasty. And it might be controversial, but it is true nonetheless. Just bear with me, I've got to wait for it to pop out from under the bookcase. And then I'll put it on the back as it goes down Gordon's Hill, and hopefully it'll manage them. Right. Go back to the split screen again, and I'll pop it on the back, and you should be able to see it as it comes back to the start. Oh, and we've got, I didn't do that, but one of the SC wagons came off. Oh, it was on camera luckily, so you'll know that it wasn't me that did it. Yes. Let's see, put it back on. Yeah, they're annoying things. I don't know why they derail so constantly, but they do. Oh, loco's escaped. Right, there you go. That's what I consider a cheap and nasty passenger coach. Because they are. They've got the light bleed, lack of detail, and they're still 30 quid. Very expensive for what they are. So yeah, the Hornby six-wheeler. And of course the fact that it doesn't run properly, the fact that it's got loads of drag, as can be evidenced by the fact that the BT is no longer able to get all the way down Gordon's Hill with it. Now that should tell you all you need to know about it. Anyway, come on Manning Wardle, back up. Even the little Manning Wardle has managed it. Right, let's help BT out, shall we? Come on little BT. You can go back into your little cage after this is finished. You'll never see the light of day again until next year. Unless someone else requests you, and then you'll be free again for an hour. There we go. Nasty little thing. Shall I stamp on it? Shall I? Shall I do it? No. One day I'll have the accident, but not today. Not today. That was devious, wasn't it? Sorry. Jason Biggs, did you get my locomotive request? If you sent it in, it will not be lost. Yeah, they all go onto a list. And after the stream, I sit down and write them all down. So I don't think I saw it, and I apologise if I didn't read it out. But yes, I will have got it. Don't worry about that. Right, let's have a break and do some Wall of Fame stuff. So thank you to everyone who sent in a lovely picture to the Wall of Fame. Got quite a lot this time. Keep sending them in. I love to see them. Just email them to me and I'll print them off, unless you've already got one up on the wall of train or something, because you can only have one each. Because we're running out of space, and if people have more than one, we'll fill it up and then people will miss out, so we don't want that. So we've got a J50 person who sent in this. I think this must be their collection. And very nice it is too, so thank you very much, a J50 person. Oh, we've got some super chats come through. Captain Crunch, not sure if you got my request, don't want to sound ungrateful. It was the C1 and the B12 double header and a rake of teak coaches. Yeah, don't worry, folks, don't send in double requests, because that is a waste of your money. Yes, they'll all get done. I go through with a fine tooth comb and make sure they all get done. There's still more to come from last week today. Cobalt Cog, that's a cool name. Hello from the USA. Could we see the Blue Sentinel pulling some Christmas wagons in reverse? Happy to see all the requests today. Awesome. Thank you very much, Cobalt Cog. Yeah, I am too. I love requests. They're always the most fun thing to do about these live streams. Archie sent me quite a few images of his layout and collection and stuff, but this was my favourite little creative shot of a level crossing. So good work, Archie, thank you for that. We've got a long thin photo here from Jackson, which is actually really handy because I've got some long thin slots on the wall that I need to fill. So there we go, double header. I love the blue tinge as well. It looks like they're in the night, which I always like. Then we've got Project Toasty, and actually when I got this, I literally went and made myself a toasty because it made me want one. So well done, Project Toasty, for that. And a nice collection as well. A nice little mix of gauges too. Then we've got Alex D, who sent in this. He's even listed what's in the image, which is pretty handy. I actually recognise all of those, but often I don't. And so for most photos, it would be pretty handy to have that list of stuff. Here's one I do recognise from Al's yard though. That is the H class. I hope yours still works, Al, because mine doesn't. I need to, well, now I have a 3D printer, I might be able to fix it, but I haven't tried it yet. And then Armin95 sent in this. Now look at that. I think that must be cotton wool or something, but he's actually made sort of static smoke. But it looks very, at least in the photo, it looks like it's definitely in motion. So that's a great idea, Armin95. Hopefully that will catch on. Who needs smoke generators now? And then CSX68 Orient sent in this one. Nice little set of American locos, and that looks like the Daylight. So that is one, at least one that I recognise. So yeah, great work. Thank you so much for all of the awesome pictures. And now, thank you so much for everyone who's been patiently waiting for their requests left over from last week. Here they come. Hope you like them. This first request comes from William Babcock, and seriously, I think William Babcock is a reformed character because he's been asking for some really, really nice stuff recently, such as this, the K1 and the B17 double heading together with some appropriate coaches. So William, thank you for choosing something nice. Like I said last week, I really do appreciate it, and a very, very fine choice it is too. Then on the middle line, we have a very fine request again from Paul S this time, who wanted to see the Q1 locomotive with a long freight train. So I have put on, you know, quite a number of wagons behind that, with a G2A banking at the back with a brake van too. So again, very, very cool idea, Paul S. Thank you so much for that. And then we have on the inside line a request from Terence Priestley, who wanted to see yet another double header, but this time one without any rolling stock. So we've got the two hall classes, that's what Terence asked for, And just to make it even more special, I've put the two Great Western hauls on. One from Hornby, one from Bachmann. Not sure why I wanted to see this, but it's certainly nice to change things up and do something a little bit different for a change. So Terence, thank you so much, and Paul and William, awesome requests from you as well. Thank you. So the next request is actually less of a request and more of a question. The question comes from William Babcock, who asks, can my Manning-Wardle locomotive haul a flatbed with the 1361 on it? And the answer is, I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say I probably doubt it, because if you're not familiar with this Manning-Wardle, it's very lightweight, it's entirely 3D printed, doesn't have a lot of pulling power. Can it really haul the very heavy Helgen 1361? Well, let's find out. I'm guessing not, but I've been surprised before. So here we go, let's give it a try. Oh, yep. Seems like it can handle it quite easily. There you go. So it's not a mighty hauler or anything, and I very much doubt it will make it up to the top of Gordon's Hill, but it's not so feeble that it can't handle that. That's not bad. Hopefully it'll get under the footbridge okay. Ooh, it looks like it's done Gordon's Hill as well. Wow. Now that is quite impressive. So thank you, William, appreciate that. The next one though is a more normal request. This one comes from Dirkshire, who wanted, I've written down the strongest engine I have, but I'm pretty sure they asked for the strongest tank engine. So I have gone with that. I think that's an interesting choice anyway, which I think is going to be the 72XX. It might not be the strongest model, but in real life I think it would probably be the strongest in real life. Just look at the wheel configuration, crazy things. With a rake of wagons. So she's hauling that, as you can see, hauling them with no problem. So if she's not the strongest, she's certainly pretty strong. So she deserves this place, I think. Dirkshire, thank you very much for that awesome request. And then on the inside line, we have an idea from John C, who very kindly wanted to see my 3D printed freight cars, which is quite a compliment. So thank you, John. I'm glad you think they're worth wanting to see, with Bachmann, Donald and Douglas hauling them. So there we go, John C. Thank you very much for that lovely request. And thank you to Dirkshire and William as well. Very much appreciated. Up next then, a very, very nice request. This one from Nathan T928, who wanted to see City of Truro because it reminds him of home, which is, I think, a lovely reason to choose something. I did also say, though, coaches of my choice, so that's a great opportunity to go for my go-to coaches whenever I run City of Truro or another early Great Western loco. It is, of course, the early Clerestories, which I think look absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much, Nathan, for the nice request. Then on the middle line, we have Coralie, hopefully I said that right, and their request was for the Hornby T9 double heading with the Drummond 700 class, which is a fantastic pairing, by the way. Two Southern gems, you know, smaller locos. Yeah, real nice. Matched, of course, in the lovely black liveries with heavy freight. So once again, they've got the big rake of open wagons and handling those quite nicely. So thank you very much, Coralie. And then finally, we have the Duke of Rawsome, who asked to see the D16 with open wagons. If you remember last week, we're having the D16 both with freight and with passenger. Well, this is it with freight. And as you can see, it's hauling quite a few of them for a loco without traction tyres, so I think that's quite impressive. So Nathan T928, Coralie and Duke of Rawsome, thank you so much to you. Let's go back live. Awesome, folks, thank you so much for those great requests, and of course there are still loads more to come, so stay tuned next week for those. This week we have got one more set of requests still to do, and they're not very nicely arranged, are they? But they're all there. So we have William Babcock, who wanted to see the Bachmann 9F with the egg vans and some more dapple vans, so I think we're definitely looking to get that derailment, and to see that we do, ooh, 9F making some funny clicking noises there. Hopefully it's all right. I've popped those gunpowder vans on, which tend to derail a lot, so we'll leave that there until it's ready to go. Then on the middle line we have Sideways 66779, who wanted the Class 20 with some Pullman coaches. So that is, I think that one's safe to start. Yep, and give that a go. And then on the inside line we have Mark 7188, who wanted to see the new Merchant Navy class. Is that in shot? There it is, with a rake of passenger coaches. So that again is a good one, and that's a safe one. But now I've got the difficult task of deciding which request of the day was the best. So if you happen to notice any, during the stream, pop it in the chat now, and I will consider them. I've got a few ideas. I had a look through during the last request round, so I've got some ideas, but I will just wait until you guys have given your input before I make a final call on it. So I'm going to go through and thank all of the super chatters while I do, and then I will look at the chat and I will name three. I will name a first, second and third place. Second and third place don't get anything unless first place doesn't respond, okay? So it's just best to have three so that the other two people know that they might get something if the first person doesn't respond. It's always good to have a backup. So thank you so much to A2020 Vision, Colin Wykes, George Botterini, Taggart00, Terence Priestley, William Town, William Babcock, Sideways 66779, Mark 7188, Mega Train Lover, Mayo Hosco, Shining Time 4, XR Kun 42, NWR Jasper and Willow Wolf, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Brag, Adam. I almost said Hidden Dragon. You almost got me there, Adam. Lex G, Chuffing Awful, thank you so much to you. Kelly Ashford Trains, thank you very, very much. Shining Time 4, Railheader Studios, Co-Captain Blues Gaming, yours was incredibly generous, thank you ever so much. I can't let that sway my decision, unfortunately, but seriously, the support is really, really appreciated. And 24 Miles, Kai Binch, AZ Rail, Aussie Loco, Jonathan Barnes, Aussie Loco again, Tom Rain, William Babcock again, A Train Too Far, I love that username, Tom Rain again, Captain Crunch, The Ugly Duckman, William Town, Kelly Ashford Trains, thank you very much Kelly, there's your shout out for the day, MDH Games, I didn't see that one at the time, never going to give you up, never going to let you down. Well, thank you Mark, that means a lot, it means a lot, and the feeling is very much reciprocated, and if you ever should upload to your YouTube channel again in the near future, you're going to get a little bit of my reciprocation in the comments. You've been warned. And then Josh's Model Trains in HO00, thank you very much. A Train Too Far again. Lewis Hughes, Polar Pendleton, Jason Biggs, Toad the Brake Van, William Town, XR Cunt 42, Jason Biggs, Captain Crunch, and Cobalt Cog. Thank you very much. Right, let's have a look. Any suggestions from the chat? The Masochist Express, says Sam Haslam. Is that okay? I haven't been watching. Yeah, it seems like it is actually running okay. Yeah, it does count, Co-Captain Blue. Yeah, yours certainly counts. I don't think I'll be able to do it all in one go. Because you've paid so much, I'll split it into three and do a whole round dedicated to you, I think. That doesn't sound good. What was that? I think we're about to witness a derailment, folks. I don't know how I can sense it. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, perhaps I'm wrong. Right. I think I have a decision. So in first place, I am going to give it to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam, because it was just a crazy, crazy request. And that sort of is on brand for this channel. So here's what he asked for. He wanted to see the El Chimpo Lima train pulling the single wheel coaches, egg vans, and the underground Ernie train running HST style. Now for pure craziness alone, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam, you are winning the road vehicles. So second place, in case Crouching Tiger doesn't want it, is going to be Kai Binch, because I love your idea to run the Peckett. It's a cute little train, nothing too crazy, it's kind of the opposite of Adam's, and so for the nice request we're going to give it to that. And third place, in case neither of those two respond, I'm going to give it to Aussie Loco, because I love the idea of a Midland double header, a Midland 440 double header. So yeah, you three, here's your instructions. You might as well all follow it, and then if Adam doesn't get in touch, I'll be able to send it to you. So send me an email and let me have your address and everything for delivery, and I'll send it to you. But also in the comment section underneath this live stream, not in the chat, but in the comment section, just include the first 5 letters of your email address, and that way I can just confirm that it is actually you and not someone else trying to pinch your prizes from you. So yeah, you've got 6 road vehicles with, I think it was 6, don't hold me to that, if it was 5 I miscounted, apologies, plus the trailer thingies, the containers for the back of the little flatbeds. So congratulations, and Crouching Adam, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam. There we go. Crouching Adam, I don't know. Send me some pictures when you've got them, if you want to. You don't have to, of course, but if you want to, then it helps me prove to people that I don't just pocket the prizes and I actually do send them out. So yeah, send me some pictures. Right, well, let's have one last look at the locos and stuff, which are actually behaving themselves, amazingly. Who would have thought it, eh? Let's see if we've got anybody in the chat who I chose. Oh yeah, he did see it. Alright, so Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam, he's saying yay. So I'm guessing that means he's not going to turn me down. So yeah, send me the email with your address and I will get that sent off to you. It might not be for a week or so that I send it off, so hang tight. Because of the new COVID variants and stuff, I'm trying to minimise my trips to the post office. So I'm going to wait until my December engineers wagons have gone out. So it'll be like 7th of December or something like that. I'll send it. Maybe sooner. Thinking about it, perhaps that's a bit too late. But I'll let you know, and it will definitely be sent. You have my word. Well, folks, thank you so much for all of the support today. Thank you for coming to watch. I hope you enjoyed the mystery box. Thank you for the requests. Any that I haven't done tonight will be done next week, and possibly even the week after, given how many there are. But I think next week we'll try and get them all done. Thank you so much. It's been a blast. You are the best. Thank you so much. Even if you haven't super chatted in your life, you being here to watch means so much. So thank you for that. Have an amazing week. We're going into Christmas mode next week on the layout, so you'll see some snow. It's not cotton wool, honest. And then we've got some bargains of the year and a beautiful Bachmann Steam Loco review coming up next week, unless I get the Dapol Mogul before then, in which case I'll be reviewing that, fingers crossed. So have a great week, have a good weekend. I will see you soon next week, next Friday, same time, same place, for more Sam's Trains Live. Alright, have a great one, folks. See you very soon. Hey folks, thank you all very much for tuning in for another episode of Sam's Trains Live. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with another episode very soon, but in the meantime, please enjoy the videos that I'll be posting on my channel till then, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks again for your support, folks, and take care of yourselves.